Unstoppable fire, no excuses, no limits, no retreat. Fire, there comes a time when the world expects you to quit. But that's the exact moment you rise. You don't slow down, you don't fold. You become unstoppable. You weren't born to play it safe. You weren't created to shrink to fit into the world's expectations. You were made to break barriers, to shatter limits, and to rewrite the rules. Yes, life will hit you. It will push you to your knees. It will test every ounce of your strength. But guess what? You were built for this. Pain is your fuel. Failure is your teacher. Doubt is your enemy. And you are the warrior. The road will not always be clear. There will be storms. There will be fear. There will be moments when your mind says, I can't. That's when your heart must scream, watch me. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need permission. All you need is the decision to never stop. You might not be the fastest. You might not be the smartest. But if you're the most relentless, the world can't deny you. Every no you hear, use it as fuel. Every failure, use it as fire. Every obstacle, turn it into a stepping stone. Because the truth is simple, you are more powerful than anything standing in your way. The people who succeed are not the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who refused to quit, the ones who kept showing up, day after day, battle after battle, bleeding, hurting, exhausted, but never backing down when your legs are tired. Walk with your heart. When your heart is tired, remember your purpose. When your purpose fades, remember who you are. You are a fighter, a dreamer, a builder, a legend in the making. Let the world doubt you. Let them laugh. Let them say you can't, and then prove them wrong. There is a fire in you that nothing can put out, a hunger that can't be tamed. You were not built to break. You were built to rise, so rise with power. Rise with purpose, rise with passion, because once you decide to be unstoppable, nothing can stand in your way. You were born to break limits. There's a truth most people forget. You weren't born to live small. You weren't born to be silent, average, or ordinary. You were born to break limits. From the moment you took your first breath, life started testing you. Challenges tried to mold you. Society tried to label you. People tried to box you in, but deep inside you there's something louder, something greater, a voice that whispers, I was made for more. And that voice is right. Limits are not your destiny, they are the walls you were meant to break down. Whether it's fear, failure, doubt, pain, or your past, none of it defines your ceiling. Because if you're willing to fight, if you're willing to stand, if you're willing to believe, there's no wall that can hold you back. Look around, the people we admire, the legends, the leaders, the ones who changed the world, they weren't born with special powers. They weren't chosen by luck. They were just crazy enough to believe they didn't have to live under limits. They were told they couldn't. They were laughed at. They were rejected, criticized, broken, and knocked down. But every time they fell, they got back up stronger. Every no pushed them to go harder. Every limit became fuel for their rise, and now it's your turn. You don't need approval. You don't need perfection. You don't need a golden opportunity to start. What you need is to say, I'm done shrinking, I'm done doubting, I'm done living behind the line, I'm ready to cross it, I'm ready to break every limit in my way. The only thing that separates you from greatness is the belief that it's possible. And when belief is backed by action, limits become illusions. Maybe you've been told you're not smart enough, not strong enough, not the right fit, not lucky enough, too old, too young, too late. But hear this, limits only live where belief dies. And your job now to resurrect belief, to choose growth over fear, to step in when others step back, to fight even when your legs are shaking, to say, I may not be there yet, but I'm coming, and I'm coming with everything I've got. Let them doubt. Let them criticize. Let them laugh. Because the same people who doubt your dream will one day say they always believed in you. The same doors that were slammed in your face will open wide when you become too powerful to ignore. The same limits that tried to cage you will become the story you tell of how you broke free, and the truth is, the limits you face aren't just outside of you. The hardest ones live inside, that voice that says, what if I fail? What if I'm not enough? What if I get hurt again? But here's a better question. What if you win? What if you rise? What if you succeed beyond your wildest imagination? You'll never know until you try, until you risk, until you bet on the one person who has the power to change everything you You are capable of far more than you've allowed yourself to believe. You are stronger than your scars, you are bigger than your past, and you are bolder than the fear trying to hold you hostage. You were not made to blend, and you were made to blaze trails. So rise up, run toward your goals with fire in your heart. Speak your truth even if your voice shakes. Fail forward, fall hard, but get up harder. Stop waiting for the perfect time, it doesn't exist. Start now, start scared, but start. Because the moment you choose to move, you activate the power that has always been inside you. The power to dream, the power to fight, the power to break every single limit ever placed on your name. You are not here to repeat the cycle. You are not here to play small. You are not here to let your light fade quietly. You are here to disrupt, to build, to inspire, to conquer, to rise, to stand for everything the world told you was impossible. And when people look back at your journey, they won't see someone who played it safe. They'll see someone who said, "I was born to break limits, and I did." Fire, remember this. The only limits that matter are the ones you refuse to challenge. And starting today, you refuse to let any of them win. You were born to break limits, now go prove it. Relentless means you show up when it's hard, you keep going when it's messy, you give your all even when everything feels like it's falling apart. Relentless means you never quit, not when you're tired, not when you're doubted, not when you're afraid. The people who rise to greatness aren't perfect. They're the ones who refuse to stop. You don't win because you did everything flawlessly. You win because you kept going after everyone else gave up. You win because you fell 7 times and stood up 8. You win because when perfection told you wait, relentlessness told you go. Look around. The champions, the leaders, the game changers, none of them started perfect. They made mistakes, they stumbled, they failed publicly, painfully, repeatedly, but they kept going, they kept building, they kept believing. Because they knew something most people never learn: momentum beats perfection, progress beats hesitation, relentless beats perfect. Every single time. Here's why. 1. Perfection waits, relentless moves. Perfection says, wait until the timing is right, until you're ready, until everything looks perfect. But if you wait for perfect, you'll wait forever. Relentless doesn't need perfect conditions. It creates progress in chaos. It finds a way. While others hesitate, the relentless take action. And action, even messy action, always wins in the long run. 2. Perfection fears failure. Relentless learns from it. Perfection wants to avoid mistakes. But mistakes are how you grow, how you improve, how you become what you're meant to be. Relentless people aren't afraid to fall, they're afraid of staying down. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is a setup. Because they know that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. 3. Perfection seeks approval. Relentless seeks purpose. If you're chasing perfection, you're often chasing applause. You're chasing validation, trying to fit into someone else's idea of enough. But when you're relentless, you don't need the crowd, you don't need the spotlight. You need your mission, your fire, your reason, and that's enough. Relentless people are fueled by purpose, not permission. 4. Perfection quits when it's messy. Relentless thrives in the storm. When things don't go as planned, perfection gives up. I messed up, so I'm done. But relentless says, that didn't work. Let me try again, stronger, smarter, hungrier. Relentless people understand the grind. They know that greatness is built in the dark, not the spotlight, not in ease but in effort, not in comfort but in challenge. Let me tell you this, you will never feel 100% ready. You will never have every answer. You will never avoid every mistake, and that's okay, because you don't need to be perfect, you need to be in motion. Relentless people start with what they have. They work with what's in front of them. They move forward even when their hands are shaking. They trust the process, they trust the climb, and with every step they sharpen their edge. With every setback they gain grit. With every failure they find fire. You want to change your life. Don't wait until it's perfect, move when it's possible. You want to inspire the world. Don't try to be flawless, be fearless. You want to achieve something massive, then make relentless your identity. Every time you wake up and choose to try again, every time you push one more inch when you're exhausted, Every time you get back up when life knocks you down, you are becoming unbreakable. That's what the relentless understand. Consistency beats intensity. Persistence beats perfection. Every single time. Your dream doesn't require you to be perfect. It requires you to keep showing up, keep learning, keep growing, keep adapting, keep believing even when no one else does. You don't have to have it all figured out to start. You just have to start and then keep going, even when it's slow, even when it's hard, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts, because that's when champions are made, not when it's easy, but when it's heavy. So the next time you feel like quitting because it's not perfect, stop and remind yourself, perfect never changed the world. Relentless did. You are not here to impress. You are here to impact. You are not here to pretend you have it all together. You are here to grow through what you go through. And every scar, every mistake, every late night and early morning, they're not signs of failure. They're signs that you refuse to be average. So stop chasing perfect. Start chasing your purpose with relentless energy. Because in this life, the person who wins isn't the one who had the cleanest journey. It's the one who never stopped walking. Fire relentless beats perfect. Every time, now go prove it, not someday, today. Your fire is stronger than the storm. There will be storms in life. Some come with warning, some hit without mercy. Some are loud and violent, others are silent and slow, draining you piece by piece. But no matter the storm, your fire is stronger. You may not always feel it. You may feel shaken, you may feel lost, but deep inside you there is something the storm can't touch, a flame that refuses to die. That's your fire. Your purpose, your will, your fight. And storms were never meant to destroy you, they were meant to reveal you. Think about it. What does fire do when the wind blows? It spreads, it grows, it roars louder. The same way your soul rises when life tries to break you. You are not weak because you've been hit. You are strong because you're still standing. You are still breathing, still dreaming, still hoping. And as long as you have that, you still have everything. The storm may shake your confidence. It may slow you down, but it cannot steal what was built inside you. It cannot take your fire unless you let it. That fire in you was forged in pain. Every heartbreak, every failure, every betrayal, every fall, it didn't break you. It built you. You didn't come this far just to stop when it got hard. You didn't survive all those battles to let one storm wipe you out. No, you've faced storms before, and you beat them. So don't you dare believe that this storm is the one that ends you. You were made for the storm. Your scars are proof that you've endured. Your courage is proof that you've grown. And your fire is proof that you are still alive and still fighting. Life will test you. That's not a maybe, it's a guarantee. But fire gets hotter when tested. Diamonds get stronger under pressure. And warriors are forged in the fire, not in the easy. You may be in the middle of the hardest chapter of your life right now. You may feel like you're drowning in the rain, surrounded by chaos. But this chapter is not the end of your story. It's the part where the hero rises. This is where your fire becomes undeniable, where your strength becomes unshakable, where you stop surviving and start owning your power. Do not mistake quiet progress for weakness. Sometimes the fire burns in silence. Sometimes growth happens in the shadows, but it's still happening. You are still rising. Every morning you wake up and choose not to give up, your fire grows. Every time you get knocked down and choose to stand again, your fire grows. Every time you say, "This will not break me," your fire roars. People will doubt you. Life will challenge you. You will have moments of fear, of darkness, of feeling like giving up. But when you feel like that, close your eyes. Remember who you are. Remember everything you've survived. Remember that you are fire, not fragile. You were never meant to live a life of fear. You were never meant to settle, to shrink, to hide. You were born to rise, to burn bright, to lead with passion. You were born to light up the world, so let the storms come. Let the winds howl, let the rain fall, but don't you dare dim your fire. Your fire is your vision, your dream, your faith, your why. It's the thing that gets you up when there's no applause. It's the reason you fight when the odds are against you. It's the voice inside you that says, "I still believe in me." And hear me clearly, that fire doesn't come from what you have, it comes from who you are. It's not your bank account, it's not your job title, it's not your past, it's your heart, it's your spirit, it's your refusal to quit. This storm you're in, it will pass, the clouds will clear, the sun will rise again. But you'll be different, wiser, stronger, sharper, more on fire than ever. So don't run from the storm, walk through it with fire in your eyes. Let the world watch how unshakable you are. Let your story become a flame that ignites others. Let your pain become your power, because in the end, the storm never stood a chance. It came to test you, but it couldn't touch your core. It couldn't drown your passion. It couldn't smother your strength. Because your fire was always greater than the storm, so rise, burn bright. Refuse to be silenced, stopped, or shaken. You've come too far, you've endured too much, and there is too much greatness ahead to back down now. This world doesn't need another perfect person. It needs a fighter, a light, a fire, you. Fire, your fire is stronger than the storm. Never forget that. Now go prove it. Unstoppable is a choice you make daily every morning. The world gives you a question. Will you rise or will you retreat? Before the noise, before the doubts, before the distractions flood your mind, you have a moment, a choice, a decision that sets the tone for everything else that follows. That decision to be unstoppable. Let's get one thing clear. Being unstoppable is not about being the strongest. It's not about being the fastest. It's not about always knowing what to do. Being unstoppable is about making a daily commitment to show up, to push forward, to never let excuses win. It's a choice, not a feeling. You see, most people are waiting to feel ready. They wait for motivation to strike. They wait until they feel confident. But the people who actually move this world forward, they don't wait. They decide. They choose to be disciplined even when they don't feel like it. They choose consistency when no one is watching. They choose forward motion when everything inside them screams to slow down. They choose to be unstoppable, and the truth is you already have everything you need to make that choice. Unstoppable doesn't mean you won't face fear. It means you won't let fear win. Unstoppable doesn't mean you won't fall. It means when you do, you get back up stronger. Unstoppable people aren't perfect, they're persistent. They don't run from the fire, they walk through it, knowing that every challenge is shaping their greatness. Let me tell you something that might sting. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to push you out of bed. No one is coming to do the hard work for you, and that's okay because you have the power inside you to be your own rescue. It starts with the decision to show up for yourself every single day, not once, not when it's easy, not only when the sun is shining, every single day. It's a mindset, a standard, a promise to yourself that no matter what happens, you won't stop. You may slow down, you may rest, you may even cry, but you will not quit, because the fire inside you is stronger than the storm around you. You want to build something great. You want to change your life. You want to leave a legacy. Then you must stop negotiating with your excuses. Stop letting comfort guide your actions. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Start choosing grit over comfort, purpose over pain, discipline over drama, because unstoppable is built in the dark when no one is clapping, when the results are still invisible, when the sacrifices go unnoticed, when the only one who believes in you is you. And let me tell you, if you can believe in yourself at your lowest, no one can touch you at your highest. The world will try to define you. Your past will try to haunt you. Failure will try to whisper that you're not enough. But if you wake up and say, I'm not here to surrender, I'm here to rise, then you are already halfway there. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a rebellion against fear. It's proof that your will is greater than your weakness. That's what unstoppable people do. They don't get buried by failure, they rise through it. They don't run from pressure, they perform under it. They don't need perfect plans, they move with imperfect courage. Let me ask you, what's your reason? What's the why that sets your soul on fire? What dream keeps pulling you forward when everything else says stop? Because that's your weapon. That's your anchor when the world gets loud. That's the voice that says, keep going. You're not done yet. Unstoppable people cling to their why when everything else falls apart. They remember what they're fighting for. They remember who they're doing it for. And they don't stop until it's done. Look, life is going to hit you hard. It's going to test your patience, your resilience, your passion. But storms don't stop the sun from rising, and fear doesn't stop the brave from fighting. You don't have to be the most talented. You don't have to be the most gifted. You just have to be the one who refuses to give up. You have to be the one who wakes up and chooses, I'm not here to survive, I'm here to dominate. I'm not here to be average, I'm here to be unshakable. I'm not here to blend in, I'm here to build a legacy. So tomorrow morning, when your alarm goes off and your body says no, when your mind starts feeding you excuses, when the pressure feels too much and quitting sounds easier, stop, breathe, and say to yourself, this is the moment that matters, this is where unstoppable is made. Then get up. Show up, rise up, and own your life like a warrior, because you weren't built to be ordinary. You weren't born to just get by. You were built for more. You were born to rise. You were meant to be unstoppable. Fire, make the choice today, tomorrow, every day. Unstoppable is not something you are, it's something you choose.